my peeps, I got a new necklace to put together here, and I started putting some things together. Made a little tiny dangle. Isn't that pretty? Turned out very, very nice. So I saved a couple more to do with you. And then I have my pendant down here. I've got a chain, and I'm going to dangle these chains. Dangle these dangles off the chain. Oh, it's off the chain. Never mind. All right, anyway, I have the bright copper, and then when we get up to using these beads for up around the neck, I'm going to put some seed beads. In fact, I'm going to need some more of those in between the beads, because when you put seed beads in between beads, it helps give it more fluidity, where if you just do the straight beads, it kind of makes it kind of stiff and tight. And we don't want stiff and tight. We want loosey-goosey. Well, not a little too loose, but you know what I mean. That fine, right in the middle, and perfect. So let's get started making our dangles. I'm going to make one. Take the pliers, go all the way down to the bottom where the dangle is, and then we're going to push it over to make a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to bring it up and make a small loop. So I'm going to come up and over these pliers, rotate the pliers, and take it out. Always rotate all the way to the other side, and then bring that wire all the way across. And then we're going to hang on to it with our bent nose pliers. And twist. I'll rotate that around. There we go. Snip, snippity doodle. Get as close as you can and snip that off. Whoop, didn't fall down. There you go, fall down. Now, let's push that in, and I like to use my crimpers because the crimpers have that little round part right there, and I just kind of come in and squish. And there we go. There's one. I'm going to straighten out that loop. I don't like that loop. Oh, do a little better. Well, ain't nobody going to pay attention to how the loops look. Let's do a little better job on this one, okay? All right, we're going to take it, put our pliers all the way down to the bead, do our 90-degree angle, bring it up, and I want to make a small loop. So I'm going to go up and over the pliers, rotate the pliers around, bring the wire around, and then we're going to wrap. So you don't have to take it off and hang on to it with the, there's the opening that we're going to go in. I can get a hold of it. There we go. Oh, it's up on top. I don't want it on top. There we go. Beauteous. Now, I'm going to snip all the way down there. If you can't get in there, lift it up. There we go. Now I'm going to squish that in. Beautiful. Beautiful. There are our 3 little dangles. Move this out of the way. Okay, now I have our focal is going to have a ring up on top here. So I'm going to make a loop here, and then this ring will connect. I'm going to connect that loop to this ring, and then these 2 sides of the necklaces. Hang on, my mouth is getting dry. So each side will be hanging from this jump ring. So let's make another loop. This one's going to be a wrapped loop again. So, is that wrapped? Yeah, we're going to do wrapped. Take my pliers. Down to the bead. Push the 90 degrees. This one. Yeah, I'll go up there. Bring it up and over the pliers. Rotate the pliers. Bring the wire around. And then we're going to wrap. Try to keep it out of the way. Not as much wire left on this one. So we'll just keep going till we can just squish it all in there. Just squish. Squish. Right. Now, let's try this. If I can get in there. Take this off. All right, squish, 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 all the way around. Well, look at that. Oh, I think that needs to get tucked in a little bit more. Beauteous. Lovely. So that's our first part of our focal, and then I have these dangles, and I have some chain already cut. This is the shiny copper. It's very hard to see because I got very short chains. I have 3 links, 5 links, and 7 links. So we're going to use these jump rings. And we're going to open our jump rings. Where's the opening? What? There's no opening. These are rose gold, actual rose gold instead of silver, but they're not jump rings, they're rings. So, that means I have to find some jump rings. Okay, I'm going to make my own. I have a 24 gauge, and I'm going to just pull some out and make some jump rings out of it. I'm not sure. I only need 3. I think that's enough. Clippers. Snip. And we'll put this back. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, where is it? What do I do with it? Right here. My step making pliers. I'm going to use the smallest one. That's a 2 mil. So I'm just going to start there. And I'm just going to turn and turn. And then when it gets back around, you want to get underneath that first turn. So you want to stay up there. Now let's see how it goes. Push it down. So now you should be able to just keep going, making some rings. I just need 3, but because I don't have any, I think I'll just keep making them. See, as long as you stay right against here and they can go out as far as they want, you can make as many as you want. So these don't grip very good, do they? So I don't feel like I'm getting very far very fast. All right, well, let's just stop there. And then I have my double-sided clippers. Cut off the excess. And then now we're just going to get in there and just snip one at a time. Soft wire. I don't know. I think it'll work better with my regular snippers. There we go. Now, we'll just pick one up. It's already open. Stuff under my fingernails. Just did the dishes. Alright, I'm trying to loop this onto the chain. My fat fingers are in the way. So we'll get these out. Our needle nose, chain nose. And open it up a little bit more. Open says me. There we go. All right, now the chain, then the dangle, and then close it up. Okay. We have our first dangle. Right there. 2 to go. And I got a short one, really tiny short one. Need another ring. Here's one. I'll use this to hang on to it. And then I'll put the chain onto it. There we go. The dangle onto it. There we go. Yay! That was much easier. Now I got a really short chain. It's going to be fun. I only have 3 lengths on this. So we need another ring. So hang on to it. Open it up. And we want the chain. Where'd the chain go? There it is. That. There we go. There we go. Now, get rid of all this extra. Don't need all that. Put it away. Now I want to hang them off this ring here. So we're going to open this ring. And just twist open on the side. I think I'm going to go, let's see, the long one, I think I want in the middle. What is this? The chain. Oh, something's going on here. Jump ring didn't hold. So I gotta go back in. They're so tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Tiny jump rings. Oh, I know. That ain't gonna work. So I got stuff on there, so that's not gonna close all the way. All right. That one's done. This is the one we're working on. There's the jump ring. Now I want to get the chain onto it. And slip the chain. It's there. Open it up. Ah, I make another jump ring. Okay, now we're just gonna put these chains onto, I'll put the limit along in the middle. This jump ring and close it up. There's our focal. Pretty. All right, let's get to stringing. Get these tools out of the way. I always use my 49 strand. That's just what I prefer to use. So I'm going to string right onto the spool. I'll get these down here. So I'm going to put one of these seed beads on in between each of these beads, just to give it, it'll give it some color and some fluidity. Won't make it as stiff. So our grandson, he's like, Grandma, can I do YouTube? I'm like, I don't know. My mom and dad says that I can't until I'm 18. I'm like, 18? Well, that's kind of a dumb rule. Why not? Well, can you set me up an account? I'm like, okay. He went and did his thing, closed the door. He goes, I don't want to do it in front of anybody. So he didn't show us what it was. But naturally, because it's on my account, I could go check and see. He did a song by Taylor Swift. He was lip syncing to it, which he wasn't doing very good at all. I'm like, oh boy. I told him, you know, there's a lot of negative people out there. If they say a bad word about you and what you're doing, do not strike back. Do not say anything bad on the internet. You just roll it off your shoulders. Keep going. He's like, okay. And you get somebody that is befriending you and says that they want to meet you at the park or something, he goes, stranger danger. I go, exactly. You do not get caught into something like that. So you do not know who's on the other end. So I gotta keep an eye on them and watch them and babysit them. He'll be here for the summer, so there'll be more of that. And then my sister's son, or grandson, she's raising him. So whenever Vinny's over here, he comes running over because we're only like 5-6 blocks away. So he rides his bike over. So we got that going on. We're going to go camping this weekend. Yay. Camping. Pack things up. Get up there. Unload everything. Put everything away. Sunday, pack everything up. Bring it back. Unload the car. Who the heck feels like doing any cooking after that? It's like, we're buying dinner. Or you're buying. I'm telling my husband, you're buying. You make me do all the work. You can buy something. I do that when we go grocery shopping. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I just cannot walk the grocery store anymore. So I use the carts, those electric carts to get me around and get home and putting away groceries. It's a lot. And by the time we get groceries put away, and depending on what we get, on whether we get like a pork loin, the pork loin has to get cut down and put into those food saver bags, those suction, they suck all the air out. So then you got that, and it's like, oh man, I gotta count my beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. Okay, we got 14. I was talking, so I was taking some from over here, I think. Then this one. His mom is pregnant, and he's 10 years old, so by the time she has it, he'll be 11. So there's going to be 11 years difference between the two. And then Grandpa's like, he keeps talking, it's a girl. And I think he wants a baby sister. And my husband, Grandpa's like, if it is a boy, you're going to have to share your toys. He looks straight up and like, what? You're gonna, yeah. And I go, and the sharing begins. And I started thinking. He started thinking, and it's like, no. When I'm like, when that whoever it's gonna be, like, if it's a boy or girl, they'll be like 10 years old. You know how old I will be? We're like 20. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about sharing. Oh, boy. And if it's a girl, he ain't going to share anything with his sister because, they're so easy to buy. Girls are so easy to buy. You buying little Barbie dolls and little things that make them happy. I don't know what makes us happy. Oh, yeah, let's get a little kitchen set. Yeah, let's start them out young that they got to do dishes for the rest of their lives. But, yeah, pretend is fun. Till you get older, you got to do them every day, twice a day, sometimes 3. Depends on what you're eating. All right, here I got 3. And then I think I want this one. I'm talking and trying to keep everything in the order I wanted it to be. All right, I have this side done. And this is, oh boy, 10 inches. Okay, 20 inches plus the clasp. Oh, it'll be about 22 inches because we got this side to hook up to the jump ring. And then this side to hook up to the jump ring. So it's going to be a long necklace, which I wanted. So now I'm done with this. I'm going to put on my crimp bead. Or this is a crimp tube. Why? Because it looks like a tube. It's a tube. Ooh. You know what would be easier? If I just... There's a pair of tweezers. There we go. It looks like a tube. And this is a 2x2. 2 inches tall, 2 inches wide. Stick that on. And then our wire guard. I'm a believer in wire guards. These are wire guards. A little horseshoe. You put your string in up and through there. I'll show you how it works. Let's put our string in. One side. And bring it up. And then over to the other side and down. And then you want it to go through your crimp bead or crimp tube. Now, you could use the crimp alone and make a little small loop and put that on your jump ring. But you got bare wire there and it might fray, it might get bad. So what this does is it goes up and it protects it. So now you put the jump ring underneath that metal and it protects your beading wire. So that is what that is for. And I love it. Alrighty. Shall we crimp? Let's get this even. And we'll take our crimpers. We got large, small, and then in front is when you're going to fold it over on itself. So I think I'm going to use the large back here. They look kind of big. So I'm going to set it in the groove. Make sure the wire's down and squeeze. See how I made like a little groove for each wire? Now each wire has its own little place. And now I'm going to turn it. Put it in the front and squeeze. Beauteous. There we go. And now we're going to cut off this excess because you don't need it, because it's a good tight fit. So it's not going to go anywhere. I like to do a good tug on it. Some people, you know, they do toink toink, and I'm like, me, I pull on it because if it's, you know, because what if you had a necklace on and then somebody hands you a baby and all of a sudden the baby says, ooh, sparklies, and grabs a hold of the necklace and then rips it off your neck. You know, I don't know. I want it to be strong enough that it won't break. So this is one side. I'm going to shove everything all down. Get everything down. And we're going to do this side. I'm only going to give myself maybe 3 inches here on the other end. Like that. And then we're going to put our other crimp tube on. Crimp wire guard. Not crimp wire guard. Wire guard. Up and over. And on the other side. Bring this, slide it up, and put this down in between. Down in the... it was in. Go down. Alright, now when we pull on the string, it should pull everything down. Where is it? There it goes. So, there we go. Pull the necklace up. There. See how it's got fluidity? That's because there's beads inside each one there. And I went with peach. Orange is the complementary color to blue. So let's just get this one crimped. Back groove. Looks good. Pull the wire down and squeeze. Go in the front groove and squeeze. Nice. And we'll cut this off. Ta-da! There they are. That's our waste. Not much, especially when you're paying all kinds of money for that strand. Okay, one side is done. Do we want to do, I think, yeah, I got these out. Might as well put them on. I have a crimp cover. And what that does, it goes around the wire. The wire goes in there, and your crimp goes inside there. See if it fits. Oop. See if I can get that in there. Get it in there. It's not going in. It's there, but it's just not in. Usually you hear like a snap. Let me see if I can get some pliers behind it to give it a little nudge. All right, let's see about closing that up. And don't clamp. Don't get a hold of your in between back here and then just clamp down to close it. You'll be unhappy with the results. So go slow. I want these. I guess I'll use these. Oh, I got a little dent there. But it's on. Oh. It's because I got everything really nice and snug. I think these crimp tools are a little bit bigger than what these are for. These might be for smaller crimp beads. I thought I got the size 4 for the 2x2. I'm just going to leave that one off. So we'll make this one that goes to this jump ring. I'll open this jump ring. It's already halfway open. And we'll slip that on. Okay, that's one side. And then we're going to put our focal on. And now we got to do our other side. Okie dokie. More string. We'll start out with these two. And then this one. I grabbed this one because I thought it really kind of popped in color. I hang on to my beads when I'm beading because I don't want to just let them drop. So I just kind of hang on to them and then let them drop. Oh, that one only had 3 on that side. I'm missing one. That's supposed to be 3 right there. But, oh well, set it off to the side. Yeah, that's what happens when I jibber jabber while I'm working. Okay, I'll put these on. But I enjoy talking about my grandson. He's just fun to have. He's funny. He always asks me questions. Do I look like my dad? I'm like, no. Do I look like my dad when he was little? No. I mean, you look like your mom. He doesn't have much characteristics of my son. Nothing about him really speaks of my son, but he looks like his mom, so that's a good thing. So I'm hoping the baby girl will be more like her daddy. Her and, well, my ex he got married and then they had a baby, and they had a baby girl, and Danny was 19 when she was born, so he had to start all over again. But anyway, when she was little, she looked exactly like Danny when he was little. Her age, 7, 8 months. Bleach blonde hair. Except she was girl version. Girly girl. We're all hoping for a girl. Because I had my son, and I love my son, but I love to have a little girl to put pigtails in, do all that stuff that most people don't like. They're like, I don't like pigtails. Don't put pigtails in my hair. I suppose. And while they're young, so they get used to it. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, let's get these done. Get a seed bead in between each of these. Seed bead. And I need another drink. My mouth is like cotton. Gee, Whitakers. I got some mouthwashes just for a dry mouth. Oh, turn over. Sorry. There. I am supposed to have 14 of these. Whoops, I got excited. Put another one on. I hate that when I go to put the bead on, I'm not hanging on to it tight enough so it spins it around. Did it go on? It did not. So you poke at it, and then it spins a different direction, like doody doody doo, doo doody doo. Yeah, my grandson's he's gonna be doing YouTubing this summer. Just kind of doing his own thing. So that'll be fun for him to do. He gets bored, I'm like, do a YouTube. I don't know how he loaded it up. He loaded it up and everything. Grandma, I already have a like. Or 1 view. He's gonna have fun. Yeah, his dad told him, no, you can't have a YouTube account until you're 18. I'm like, 18? That's a stupid rule. So I set him up account. Naughty. I know, don't you let them know, because we're both in trouble if he finds out. He goes, you too? I'm like, uh-huh. He probably won't let you come over anymore. I don't know if that'll happen, but oh well. I figure as long as I'm watching what he's doing. He doesn't want us to watch while he's doing it, though. He came in my craft room and closed the door. So I had no idea what he was doing. So I just waited for him to go home. I went and laid in bed and got on that account and looked at it. And I'm like, oh boy, he's lip syncing. Not very well. Oh boy. I go, you better hope that your cousins, that when we're going over to go over to Grandpa's for dinner, and nobody says, hey, I saw you on YouTube. His dad would be like, what? Busted. Busted. Because he's going to come right to me. I'm like, he wanted a YouTube account. I just created it. I didn't do anything. Alright, this one's supposed to have 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Ah, I went one too many. I got 2 extra. I'm not supposed to have 2 extra. See what happens when you're talking? Did I get 14 on this side? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, I got 14 on that side. My beads. So I have this like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I put 2 because I did miss one right here. Huh. I don't know. Well, we're going to crimp it. So we need a tube, crimp tube, slide on the crimp tube, and then we'll get our wire guard, slide that bugger on, get them on, upside one side, flip it over, down through the other side, doink doink, get in there, and pull. And put it down into the crimp tube. There we go. And we go, we'll need to crimp. Last one there. There we go. Get it up in there. Pull the wire down. And squeeze. Turn. Put it in the front groove. And squeeze. There we go. Beauties. Cut off the excess. Should we tug on it? Looks good. Alright, snip. Snippity doo dah. Snippity yay. My, what a wonderful day. Grandpa and Vinny get started on something. And then I'll finish it. And they're like, how do you know? Oh, something about went to bed, bumped his head. I go, oh, it's raining, it's boring. The old man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head and couldn't get up in the morning. All right. Now we're going to do this side. So I'm just going to get a little bit clipped off. And then we need our wire guard and crimp that I thought I had sitting down here waiting for me to use. Here. Here's our crimp, our wire guard. too close. There we go. Upside down the other. Down in there. Raining is pouring. Oh man, it's snoring. Now it's gonna be in my head. Alright. We have this side done. Nice and snug. Pull it up. Nice and snug. Want fluidity. Alright. And grip. Get it in the back groove. Back groove. Pull on the wire. And squeeze. And then turn it. And squeeze. It is. Alright. Snip this off. Get rid of this. And then this one up here, I have one of these covers up there. So I'm going to try and put a cover on this side. Just to make sure it's even. Like I said, I think these tubes are a little too big. Alright, get in there, big mouth. Chomp chomp. Oh. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, it's in there, but I don't think it's all the way. Alright, we're going to use... No! Guess I should have just left it alone. Alright, it's on. And I'm going to use these. Go around them. Yeah. These crimp tubes are too big. What? It's on. It's on. Okay. So now we're going to take this end. Whoop. This came off. Everything came off. We're going to put this end on here. And then put this in the middle. And this on this side. Close it up. I'm going to use my pliers, get that nice and close and snugly. Right there. There we go. There's our centerpiece that we did. Very pretty. That is that part. Now we're going to put on our clasp. I have a jump ring here. Just slip that on. Put on our... I like to use... Here. You see? I like to use bigger clasp because you don't know who's going to buy it. And just bigger clasps are just easier to use because they're easier to get a hold of. So I buy big clasps. They're like 14, 15 millimeters, I believe. I'll have to double check. If you want to know, just let me know. And here, never mind. Let's check. We have open. It's not quite. Open up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, there. Closing it up on it. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's about 14, 15 in there millimeters. So they're nice to hang on to. All right, the other side, we're going to do a jump ring and this jump ring. I'm going to have to get some copper jump rings or make my own. So now we'll close this up like we always do. Hang on to it to one side, use the bentnose, cover it up on, and don't move the side, just twist with one. So I'm going to twist with my right, and I'm going to twist to get that down there. There it is. And there we are. We just made a very pretty necklace. Now, these gotta get out of the way. This out of the way. Here is our focal, and then our pendant, and well, that's our pendant, and then this out of the way. There. Pull it this way. Ta-da! That we have a nice, I don't know how I ended up with two, but I have two extra. That's okay. They'll go in some other something or other. Nice. Okay, well, that's the end of this video. Be sure to stop by my Etsy shop at Sparklies26. Until next time, happy beading!